162. That calls for a celebration. Clink, lift, separate. Man, that's good. It's especially good when I don't have to sing afterwards. Well, we know you hate. We know that you hate seeing reruns, but let me tell you, this is our 14th show. I went and found it. This is a show that you're probably not going to remember that we did, because I don't. It features some of the most out there esoteric songs of our catalog that are requested all the time. And I'm sitting there watching this going, I can't believe we took these on. I'm not going to list them. I don't want to spoil it. But there are things that we try that shouldn't have been tried, one after another. So, enjoy it.
I thought that's our whole show.
That's it. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
No, our whole show is trying things that shouldn't have been tried.
Well, that is the whole show, except that this amazes me so early in the game. It's because this was during the period when we were trying to not do any material except our own or from our own camp. You know, okay. Lost Dog, 77, right. Spectre, all that. And so we were at the point where at 14 shows we started to go, we're running out of stuff. And that's probably why we started trying for these tunes, because these are tunes that are never performed. And probably we won't try them again.
For a reason.
But I just got to say, and I'll make this brief, Bruce and I have had a very productive week, 2 weeks. We've been writing. Now we're actually recording stuff, overdubbing stuff on tracks that we've had for years, that we've been perfecting. It's so magical. It's so special. Every time I leave here, I just leave here with the cockles of my heart warmed to the top. I feel fulfilled because we are really nailing some stuff that you guys are just going to love. I mean, it's familiar, but it's new territory. It's things we've never tried, but it is the 77s. All right. So on with the show.
And we're back.
CoROEnosphere 14. 14, can you believe it? I think that calls for a celebration, and a celebration calls for a toast. To your health.
To your health, sir.
Lift and separate.
You know, I feel like we've done this before, Michael.
I feel like we have too. I remember a night in Minneapolis when we did it.
It's we got a lot of memories.
We do. I think we need to play one of them memories.
Are we gonna
the Holy Ghost?
We're gonna do it in the mask?
I don't know, man. Should I play with this mask?
I can't.
I can't.
Let's play with our goggles on.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna do one from Holy Ghost Building that I remember you love.
When the curtains of night are pinned back by stars and the beautiful moon sweeps the sky, well, the dewdrops from heaven are kissing the rose. It's then that my memory flies. Well, upon the wings of a beautiful dove, I'll hasten this message of cheer, and I'll bring you a kiss of affection and say, I remember you, love, in my prayer. Yeah. heaven are guarding the good as God has ordained them to do. In answers to prayers that I offer to Him, I know there's one waiting for you. Now go where you will, on land or on sea. I'll share all your sorrows and cares. At night as I kneel by my bedside to pray, I remember you, love, in my prayers. At night as I kneel by my bedside to pray, I remember you, love, in my prayers. Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Man, that was a fun record to make, man.
Oh, it really was. It really was. It was not like any of the other ones. I love your drum sounds on it.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, they just have this big, just woody, tubby, mushy, poundy. I don't know. Those aren't good adjectives, are they?
I think we've talked about this before, but I remember that session was cool because we set up in a big room and set up 2 drum sets in the room.
Yeah.
At the same time, we set up like
Yeah, you had all this.
everything we wanted to do. We just kind of had in one place, and then we just kind of walked from thing to thing and just kind of camped and did the tracks.
But what's ironic is that you only use your main drum set that had all the good mics on it for the warm-up tune, which it made the album, but it was just a warm-up.
What song was that?
That was When My Blue Moon Turns to Gold Again. We did a test.
That was the Elvis.
Yeah, and we hadn't rehearsed it. It was just a test, and we ran through it, ended up keeping it, using it. But all the other tracks were that
Kind of a hybrid.
that little mini kit that you put together.
We had a lot of stuff all on that though. That's the one that actually had Ralph enginered that.
Yeah.
And it had all the Coles ribbon mic and
Yeah, it had cool
251.
stuff on it,
No,
yeah.
actually that was the one that had
It was really tripped out.
That had the heavy duty.
Yeah, the other one was more conventional.
Yeah.
And so that's why the album had a unique sound to it. So let's stick in that sort of country vein. Here's a song from our first album, written by Mr. Mark Proctor. It was a blues when he brought it in, and we kind of wrecked it, turned it into sort of a neurotic new wave bop. I'm going to bring it back to the blues, so it's this country blues. Lost Dogs recorded this version.
Tell me how it goes.
Well, morning after morning, day after day, life goes on in the same old way. No variation, or so it seems. Sometimes we realize our nightmares, not our dreams. It's so sad. Whoa, whoa, it's so sad. When someone says they found the answer, you tell them you're not really doing that bad. Trying to buy heaven right here on earth, the cost will always end up more than it's worth. You ponder living, you wonder why. No matter what you do, you're still gonna die. It's so sad. Oh, it's so, yeah, so sad. so sad. Well, when Jesus tells you he's the answer, you tell him you're not really doing that bad.
Oh, when I think of the things I did to that song in the early days, doing these epileptic seizures. One time we played at Pepperdine, and I jumped off the stage and rolled and pulled up a flag or a banner, wrapped myself in a mummy as I continued to rolled down the stairs, into the trees, and into the park where all these college students were watching. They're wondering if they need to call the police or the paramedics or maybe the...
Wow.
And I remember I was so confused and disoriented from doing that when I got back on the stage, I was kind of like, it was as if I had two pairs of glasses on.
Are we going away from safety,
Well,
dark safety now?
I have two pairs of glasses on. That's actually pretty cool. That means I can read it, but I can be cool at the same time. All right, well, I'm going to do that. I just keep finding new things every minute, Bruce. What am I going to do?
Speaking of cool,
We're going to do a song now that's been heavily requested. Oh, my gosh. And it's not an easy one to do as a duo without all of the wonderfulness. But this is one of my personal favorites. I think you like this one too, don't you?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
very nice. This one always had the big jam in the front, right?
Yeah, it had a big...
You recorded it with the big jam.
Yeah, big jam.
Yeah, it's another fantastic recording with Mark and Aaron and Dave, right?
Yeah, and Griffith, believe it or not, it's funny that
Oh, did he do
Griffith
production?
played tom-toms on it because, the original recording was just a demo. It wasn't meant to be a master, and I wanted more of a, drums of Burundi kind of thing. So when we were mixing it, he brought a kit. I think there was a kit in the studio, and he sat and did 2 layers of tom-tom tandem beats along with Aaron's basic track.
Oh, wow.
So when that thing comes on, it's, that's all him doing that. Shout out to the Beaver.
Stever.
Man, he gave us a couple of really great weeks here.
Yeah, he came through, man. Now this one has the notorious title, correct? The grammatical.
Oh, yeah. I've taken a lot of heat over the years for saying quails when quail is plural. There was I had a friend in England who had a friend in a band. His band was called God Sends Quails. And I thought that was the coolest thing I'd ever heard. So I stole it, and I left the S on there because that was the name of his group. But I didn't realize how much consternation I would receive for being grammatically incorrect.
Yes.
So when I sing the lyric tonight, I'm going to leave the S off for all of you, sort of grammar Nazis.
So is this your contribution to revisionism?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
You fail. You try half-hearted and fail. 1 foot drags behind you, 1 foot tripping in front of you. You fail. You spit out man of God since quail. Dry bones pile up behind you. More mirages in front of you. You can't go back. 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 You fail. You sunk like Jonah to the whale. Big mouth follows behind you. Still small voice swallowed up by you. right time to fail. Got your past behind you, got your future in front of you. Can't go back, you can't go back. Can't go back, you can't go back. You can go on, you can go on. Yeah, well, we did it. We got through it, as you say.
That's fun.
We're going to try something a lot more obscure now, one that I never play. I don't know if I've ever played. I'm sure I have, but this comes from the Fun with Sound album. It's a showpiece for Mark Harmon. Let's give a shout out to Mark in North Carolina. He's in his quiet little place, quiet little pad.
Yeah, and just want to make an announcement that Mike and I, at some point here, we're going to go ahead and rent a caravan and drive out. I'm going to do a drum solo all the way.
All the way.
And we're going to go to Mark's house, and we're going to stay for a few weeks. So Mark's probably really excited about hearing that. Because we're going to look for a quiet little place.
I let my time go by, and now that time, all that time has come and gone. Bye, 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 bye. And nobody knows where that time goes. A quiet little place only time knows. A fool and his time are soon parted. Will someone take me back to where I started? measures our love's outside of time without measure. A quiet little place that we treasure. Since I can't undo what I have done, I do want to begin the day with you. And what is true, and what is left for me and you. You know, I used to sit and count all my fingers. Now I sit and count the years that I've left to wander. On this earth, in this time. But a fool and his time are soon parted, and I know I can't go back to where I started. No. Time measures love's outside of time without measure. A quiet little place that we treasure. And since I can't undo what I have done, I do want to begin the day with you. And what is true, and what is left for me and you.
Wow.
That's a nice song, man.
Thanks, man.
When did you do that one?
2004.
Two-
It's one of the, it's on the Fun with Sound album. I actually played it on a nylon string guitar that I borrowed from Bob Kilpatrick.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I don't own a nylon string. So anybody out there that has a nylon string they want to donate to the doctor, I'll record a song with it.
Very nice.
Hey, that's a ploy.
Wow.
That's a real ploy
Yeah.
right there.
It's like if anybody's got a car, we'll,
I can drive to your house.
we'll drive. No, we'll drive to.
We'll drive and pick it up.
He'll drive over here and we'll record a song. Oh, woo!
Oh, let's try something like really, really out there. We've had a lot of requests for this song, and this is one of that.
Oh, man.
This is what I would call a dark horse. One of those things that, you know, you in your mind you feel like we failed or that we didn't quite get it, but when you listen to it, you realize that that's far from the truth. It's actually a really nice track.
Well, you know, I saw somebody. I don't know who that was, but they wondered what the lyric was about. There's some questions online about the lyrics.
Now,
Yeah.
you said that you had thought of this as a Weedsler
Well, yeah,
hoedown.
I'm always coming up with these songs. I mean, that's where like Mean Green Season and
Well, as I
know,
recall,
some of that
Harmon
stuff.
did this as a demo with an electric piano, and we thought it sounded like Radiohead a little bit. You know, it sounded like something from Kid A, and it had this dominating electric piano, which we completely erased. We were going to keep it, and then we got rid of it.
I don't remember.
But then we had to have a song. You had to write a song, and so you had to
I think I had some lyrics that were, you know, kind of.
sing it the way
Well,
you.
they were bluegrassy, bluesy. I mean, they you know.
So what would you have done
like,
it? It would have
Your
been.
love don't ever come, and I
Lo-
really don't need. I mean,
I don't need none.
Yeah, it's like I've always been kind of coming up with these kind
How
of.
did that get pasted
know.
onto
I mean,
this?
yeah,
Was it just we didn't have
love
anything
don't
that-
ever come, then I really don't need none.
Was it like a mic check? You know, you were testing the mic. I said, sing anything, and you go, I have this. You grab this piece of paper, right?
Well,
and
yeah,
sang it.
I think I had some lyrics in a sheet, and I think you and I were doing another one of our, what's the word? We were just really cramming to get some lyrics
Yeah.
in, and then somehow that didn't make our that got through our filter, which is really strange because these days I just don't think we'd do that. I think we would change don't to won't, and I don't need none. I just don't know how I would say that now.
Well,
but somehow
all I know is that this song, some people actually like the song a lot. A lot of people like it.
Yeah, I
always forget about it.
Well, there was a question about what it meant, and I mean, when I read through it, I think that it's like it's a guy who's he's just kind of he's saying, hey man, if it's not going to come to me, I'm not going to worry about thinking about it, and because of what everybody else says. Anyway, we're starting.
If love don't ever come, then I really don't need none. Tell me one that I haven't heard. One at a time they come to me and tell me love is a mystery. It's alright. My life been empty and bare, and I ain't seen no love nowhere. Well, something that I never had, be something that I want again. Tell me one that I haven't heard. One at a time you come to me and you tell me love is a mystery and it's alright. Everybody swears love's gotta be there somewhere. Don't stop looking, 'cause it's all around you, here today and there forever. I know. Stare at a photograph. Remember how you laughed. It's hard when I look back on all the times I've tried. Left me wondering why, oh why am I still here? Still here. I'm here and I feel what I fear. I fear what I feel. I fear that I'm here. There's something that I never heard. Given time, it'll come to me and tell me it's gone.
I think that's something to be explored,
Wow.
played more. We need
Yeah,
to
man,
drag this out and play it because it's a beautiful tune.
There's a lot to it.
There's a lot to it.
It's great breaking these things down to just two elements and figuring out if we can represent it.
Well, it's funny how, in the midst of a project, that album is so troubling in so many ways, and there's these hidden places in it that we forgot because we always think of the one thing that bugs us about the record. We go, we write the whole thing off, right? Whereas a lot of time was put into this track.
Oh my gosh.
Doing it, redoing it.
Yeah.
There's this huge Paul McCartney and Wings vocal thing at the end, this huge thing that builds up. We stacked our voices up. Paul would do things like he would mix it to the point where the background music disappears and the voices take over, like on Uncle Albert or one of those singles, or listen to what the man said. Remember that one? And remember on the chorus, when it by the end, the band is gone. You can't even hear it, and it's all vocal. It's all him and Linda and Denny Lane and all that. We kind of did that on this. It just turned into this, no, everybody swears.
We went full.
Whoa, I'm not around here, yeah. It's this huge chorale thing with
It's super Beach Boys.
Oh yeah, it's like
Four
massive.
Freshmen.
And I forgot that we did all that. We just go
that record has so many places, so many different kinds of energies that we chase down.
Yeah, sometimes you have to give it a second look 20 years down the road and go, it wasn't that bad at all. In fact, it was actually, there was a lot of great things. We just kind of, there are times when you can work so long on something that you burn yourself out and you start to hate it.
I think we were exploring
Yeah.
what we could do musically. I think it's it's great to look back at that exploration and go, what was that mission? What was the brand that we were on top of there? And it's like, I think exploring music was kind of what our mission was. We really didn't have not as coherent a laser focus as we have on the new set of songs we are recording right now.
I'm going to take a chance on
77's record.
This is another one that's been requested. I gave it to the Lost Dogs. I don't know why. They want the backstory. It's real simple. There's no backstory other than that I was being courted by Amy Grant's management, Michael Blanton. And I felt like I needed to start writing super great songs for other artists,
Wow.
This was the one I wrote. It wasn't that. It wasn't anything like that, but it ended up being a song that I recorded on the third Lost Dogs album, the Green Room Serenade, the one that you toured.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, remember that? We didn't do this song on the tour, but this is about being honest, If boys went into relationships with girls and were honest from the front, the girls wouldn't waste their time. They would just move on. So this song is for that.
Wow.
Hey, I don't love you. Hey, it's true. We could share. I'll be there for you. But hey, I don't love you. Hey, don't kid yourself. Hey, I'm someone else. I'm not the man we both pretend I am. No. Hey, don't kid yourself. I'll come around from time to time. I'll call you up, invest a dime or 3 or 2. But don't you long for me, 'cause hey, I don't love you. most lovers say that they'll be true. Some lovers even say I do, but I don't, and I won't for you. Believe the truth, I don't love you. Hey, I don't love you. Hey, I don't love you.
Man, that is just mean.
That's
It's just
heavy, man.
it's heavy, man. It's mean. But it's true. It's like I wish I'd said that to so many women. I wasted their time and their life, you know. But they did, you know, others did it to me. It's like we all get it. If we give it, we're going to get it, you know. It's a
Yeah, I mean, don't you think that would be something that you think that you wish they would have said to you?
Oh,
'cause they
absolutely.
wasted your time.
absolutely.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I just
no,
don't
it's
wanna
universal.
have-
I mean,
let's not.
I guess men do it more than women, but women do it.
But that's a starkly
It's just
sober cut
it's a real
right
deep.
to the heart.
It is.
I mean, and for every love song, for every 150 love songs, there's that. Just
Wow,
to
it throws a
negate-
wet blanket.
Yeah, just to negate all the fantasy. Wow. Yeah, that's not
Let's
fun.
move on from
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that'll be enough of that.
Okay, so
Was that was written by written like on the Bummer album or what?
No, it was on the. I just threw it in the middle of that 29 song, you know, Green Room
I'm kidding,
Serenade.
man. I mean, you're excellent songwriter. I mean, what a smack, man. That's
It's a-
deep. It's hard. That's
Well,
hard to. Hard
you
to
remember
write something
Something's Holding On the All Fall Down album? It was a very similar theme.
Okay.
It was exactly the same, but everyone thought it was this nasty song. And it was just saying, hey, this is what I want, and it just lays it out.
You know, which I think next week we're gonna do Pretty Baby. Next week.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, and was Frames the one that we were playing with too?
Yeah, I thought we played Frames a few weeks ago, but it's been requested. Now, I'd just like to say right now, we love that we got so many requests. So we're going to do another all request weekend next week, and do some of the ones that we're not covering today because we're running out of time. I don't know how far over we've gone or what.
Yeah. How are we, producer?
How are we doing?
About 15 minutes. All right.
Okay, good. So we can't do them all, but now that I've tackled these really hard ones, now I'm more fearless than I was before. You know, I just need a day to kind of wrap my head around it.
Yeah, the catalog spans so much time that, you know, people are asking you to go back into certain eras, and you know it's kind of jumping around in eras, so it's tough. It's
isn't
tough
just
to get
the-
the feel because each one
Well,
is
the production.
a dive. Each
Yeah, the
one's a
production.
dive.
I mean, some of the stuff, it's like the production really is the song in a lot of ways. So when you strip it away, what have you got?
Right.
You know, you got to get to the core of, is there a song here or just a bunch of, you know, window dressing?
I know we've discussed this when this whole thing is over and we can get out and play. We've talked about how we could be figuring out how to do a coffee house thing or something where we could kind of sit around and do this stuff on a consistent basis to just kind of keep working it up. But so right now, this is the CoROEnosphere is welcome to our coffee house.
Yeah, we're pretty much coffee house.
It's half a glass pub.
Well,
do
let's
you
do
think?
one. Let's do one from the Ping Pong album again. That's been heavily requested. That never played acoustically. That I mean, if I did it, it was at one of those lake house shows where the guys are throwing 20s, trying to get you to do stuff. You know, you stay up all night, do an 8-hour set.
Now there's a stop in this, like some kind of. Just give me a cue where it kind of stops.
I don't think it's. Oh, that thing. Yeah,
There's something there.
it's gonna do this descending harmony. There we go.
Okay.
It's towards the end, right there. Okay, so.
Okay.
of the future. Controlled experiments are a specialty. Sewing up questions with mental sutures, trying to make some sense out of reality. A Renaissance man tearing himself from the rock. A Renaissance man tearing himself from the rock. It's from star stuff that he's made. It's the cosmos that give him life. How does that help him feed the poor? How does that help him love his wife? Tell me, Renaissance man, Renaissance man, tearing himself from the rock. Renaissance man, Renaissance man, tearing yourself from the rock. It's cast away all thoughts of heaven. His science is full of preconceptions. His answers make me ask more questions. How many can wait on evolution? Tell me, Renaissance man, Renaissance man, tearing yourself from the rock. A Renaissance man, Renaissance man, tearing yourself from the rock. He needs to live on the sides of the north, in the city of reformation. That's where he finds his life. Renaissance man, Renaissance man, tearing yourself from the rock. Yeah, Renaissance man, Renaissance man, tearing yourself from the rock. Yeah, Renaissance man, Renaissance man, tearing yourself from the rock. Yeah, Renaissance man, Renaissance man, tearing yourself from the rock.
Whoa.
Mark sang that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess
love
I'm
that.
mimicking
He's
him.
the high priest.
He's the
of
high
the
priest
future.
of the future.
Gosh.
Control experiments.
Oh,
It's almost like pre-Griffith.
Yes.
It's like pre-Griffith.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Well,
It's so-
all right. I think we need to head on back to the old corral right now. I'm exhausted from all this. All these songs, these requests are just, it's more than I can take. It's you're asking too much of me.
Well,
these
it's- I
people.
mean, it's been 105 all day.
Yeah, we're in triple digits. I'm sure a lot of you, I've heard that all of America is experiencing this awful heat wave.
Really? Is that?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
It's hot everywhere.
You want to go back to Shades? Oh, you are going back.
Yeah, I'm going back to shades.
I'm back on
Yeah.
Shades too. All right.
So we're going to do, man, we're doing a lot of ping pong today.
Is this our
from ping pong.
Are we sending off here?
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it.
Well, then let's say, let me just say, we want to thank everybody for being with us today, and we hope everybody is keeping well.
Yes.
And they're getting a chance to get back into things, and their businesses are coming together, and their opportunity to get out and work. And
Well, we
living
certainly
is
hope
coming
so.
together.
While
Yeah.
things are shutting down,
yeah, they
opening up,
turn it
shutting
off,
down.
or turn on, turn off.
But we appreciate
we're walking, we're stopping.
We're stopping, we're
working,
going.
We're stopping.
It's kind of like life. It's kind of like when a bird flies into a building and it bangs the walls, but then it flies, and then it hits the wall again, and then eventually it finds its way out. We're right. America is that bird right now. We're just trapped in this terrible warehouse, banging the walls. But we're going to get out. We're going to see that light, and we're going to go through it.
Well, I just want
How's
to
that?
say, let's all stick together. Thanks for sticking together with us.
Yes.
Thanks everybody for subscribing on the YouTube channel. thank you for going to the website and chiming in and checking out the material. We got a bunch of material we're going to be getting out here shortly. We've been working real hard. So, like I said, we got a new 77s record we are in the can working on, man. It sounds really good.
And Vector, not to be outdone.
The new Vector record.
Not to be outdone.
We've made a lot of progress on that. We got
Alloy Field?
Yeah, 88 tunes.
Yep.
Going. The Alloy Field record is...
That's out. Buy it.
Yeah, it's kicking. And yeah, please, if you get a chance, go there. And I know there will be more material, so it's hard to go and see a whole catalog of material right now, but understand that that's where we are, and we appreciate your support. And this is all we're doing here right now. It's our only opportunity to get any playing, getting performing in, and we're direct to you. So thank you very much for your generosity. And,
yes, hitting that tip jar. We don't like to beg for money, so we won't. All we'll say is that the tip jar is the thing that helps us to keep doing this, because we find endless expenses just trying to upgrade this equipment so we can do it. And it's our only gig right now, really, that I can think of. I mean, I don't have any gigs. I don't know about you.
Yeah, our whole industry right now is making music, making recordings, doing this little outlet, and trying to build our community and getting everybody to just be one with us and understand that, together we are moving forward, and we'll stay here and keep doing this for you, and we're glad that you guys are here with us.
It's been fun, and it's going to keep being fun.
Yeah, I love this thing, man. When did you do this?
We started doing this right when the band began. Steve Scott gave us this thing from Washington Phillips. This was his arrangement of it. So from the time, 40 years. That's too high. I can't sing that high. Sorry. I guess in 40 years of the range is, the throat, the
Psych.
throat.
Key change.
Some people preach and they do very well. They take all your money and you could go to hell, and that's all. That's all. But you could have Jesus, and that's all. 'Cause you can go to your college and you can go to your school. If you ain't got Jesus, you're just an educated fool, and that's all. That's all. You better have Jesus now. That's all. So if you pardon me, sir, you ain't doing too well. If you spend your whole life sinning, you'll wind up in hell, and that's all. But that ain't all. 'Cause you could have Jesus. That's all. Good to stand together, bad to stand apart. The only ones going to heaven will be the pure in heart. That's all. That's all. And you could get that with Jesus now. That's all. coming back on the dividing day, taking in the sheep and turn the goats away, and that'll be all now. That'll be all. Mister, you better have Jesus now. That's all. I tell you that's all now. I tell you that's all. You better have Jesus now, now, now. That's all.
Thanks, everybody. God bless.
I
The song goes. What's the key?
No.
What is the key of I Need God?
I don't know. Oh, I didn't. Is that what you were trying to do?
Yeah.
I need God in all the familiar places.
What is the key?
I don't know. I need God in all the familiar places.
What? How does it go? Can somebody send me the key, please?
Yes. All right. See ya.